So far, you've learned how to use notes, quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes in measures for writing and reading and also performing or clapping. So you know how to read, write, and understand quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes, which are great for sound. But what about silence? Because as we know, rhythm, like a light switch, is sound and silence. We're not talking about how low or how high the notes are. We're just concerned whether there is sound or there is silence. So what we're going to talk about today and over the next couple lessons are going to be rests. And rests in music are symbols. Using pages from my #1 bestseller book, The Best Music Theory Book for Beginners, that sold over 5,000 copies. My name is Dan Spencer. I'm your music mentor. The full playlist with over 100 music theory lessons is in the video description. I recommend watching them in order. And now, back to the lesson. Rests in music are symbols that show us silence. And the different symbols mean different durations of silence. So just like we had rhythmic value for notes, so a quarter note was worth 1 beat, a half note worth 2, and a whole note worth 4, we're actually going to see we have a similar thing show up in rests. Rests are silent. You're not going to clap them or play them or perform them. You'll just sort of count in your head or aloud when they happen and just sort of watch them go by. When you are clapping and there's rests, I actually like to do an anti-clap. So whenever there's a rest, so let's say there's a quarter note, clap, quarter rest, anti-clap. That way you keep some sort of movement going and you can acknowledge the rest a little bit better. Let's talk rests versus notes. We have whole notes. Those get 4 beats or 4 counts. We also have whole rests. Those get 4 beats, 4 counts. This guy right here. Yep, that's the whole rest. Okay, then we have half rests. And sure enough, those are going to get, you guessed it, 2 beats or 2 counts, half rests. Let's take a look at those. Zooming on in. Yep, they look kind of like whole rests, but a little different. So half rests, 2 beats, 2 counts. And then we also have quarter rests, which get 1 beat or 1 count each. Let's zoom in, take a look at those. Oh, those are complicated looking, aren't they? Scary things, quarter rests, but don't worry, we're going to walk you through how to write this. Now, there's an interesting piece of information I'm going to bring up to you several times over the next several lessons, and that is going to be a whole rest can be used in any time signature to show a full measure of rest or a full measure of silence. Now, I'll go into that more in depth the next time you hear it, but I want to plant the seed so you really start to get that one. So let's do a quick comparison here. 4 beats or 4 counts, that's either going to be a whole note or a whole rest. 2 beats or 2 counts, that's going to be a half note, stem up, half note, stem down, or a half rest. And 1 beat or 1 count is going to be quarter note, stem up, or stem down, or a quarter rest. Oh, but it's not over yet. Click here to watch the next video lesson or up here for the full video playlist.